So I'm going to invite each of you to take one of these stacks of cards. What you're getting is 12 cards, and this is to introduce you to the idea of color energy as representative of your own personality style. You have in front of you 12 cards, and on them are written various things. You're going to go through these cards and read them over. The cards that are very good descriptors of your behavior, of your beliefs, of the way you like to interact, put in front of you and keep them. This describes me, I'm keeping it. The ones that do not describe you, you're going to put in a discard pile. Then you'll take your discard pile, walk around the room a little bit, and see if you can trade cards with somebody to get rid of your discards. Perhaps one of the personality traits that you do not have is actually one that someone else has. So let's start seeing where our similarities and differences are, just in terms of these cards, and then after this we'll talk a little bit more about the colors. When the exercise is over, you should still have 12 cards, but they don't have to be 3 of each color. They can be 12 cards, whatever works best for you. Any questions about the exercise?
Do we all have the same card?
Nope.
Oh, that's interesting.
If you're on the fence about one.
Hang on to it, and then if you see you want to trade it, you can trade it. Okay. So take your discards and go around and meet some colleagues and just do this on foot, stand up table by table. And try to do a direct trade if you can. Now, Jim, you know, you have to let Carl decide if that's his choice.
Do you have to trade color for color?
Nope, not color for color, just card for card. If you run out of people to change with, I do have I have a well here, and you can go to the well and draw cards until you have 12 that reflect you.
I have one, I put it in.
Depends on what it is.
But your discards you're going to trade with other people.
Simple music.
All right, so if everyone is getting close to 12, you can come back to your seat, and
I don't need any, but I got one to give away.
all right, you can just throw it in the bucket if you want to. Yep. Just so you end up with 12. Now, when you have your 12, organize them by color. Okay, so see my 12 are organized by color? Do I have 12? 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I do. I'm organizing them by color, and then I'm going to lay them in front of me on the desk with the color I have the most of the farthest away from me. So I'm going to make an inverted pyramid on the space in front of me. And we'll just be creative about how we do this with our plates. Oh, look at that, Kim. You came out 3, 3, and 3. I mean, same thing. Huh. And some of us with very strong preferences, others of us, interesting. So we all have different ways of behaving, different things that describe us as detailed in these color energy cards. So I'm going to go color by color through the energies, and we'll talk about what each one means. So cool blue. Cool blue color energy shows no bias, is objective, detached, and analytical. All right, that's the first overview of cool blue. Fiery red energy, positive, affirmative, bold, and assertive. And we start to see differences. The cool blue, more laid back, more behind the scenes, organizing, gathering details. The fiery red, more out in front, giving orders, making sure things get done. Sunshine yellow is the cheerful, uplifting, spirited, buoyant, very much more extroverted, more likely to be the one speaking, to be bringing everyone together. Earth green, tranquil, calming, soothing, earth green. This is the person that wants a democratic process, wants there to be harmony, seeks consensus at all times, whenever possible. And as you look around at what each of us has as a preferred color energy, at least from this short exercise, you start to see some differences. One of the exercises I do with large teams, we think of words that come to mind that resonate with the term fiery red, with the term sunshine yellow, with cool blue, with earth green. And always the words that come to mind are consistent with the behavioral types that are shown here. All right? So this is a good day. All of us have good days, and so we can all know that if our largest first choice color energy is one of these, that this is probably how we are perceived on a good day, when we're behaving at our best. When we dive into your individual profiles, I'll give you more information about this. So this is the upside, good day, how we're perceived. However, my bad day slide is not appearing. I will get that for you later. All right, if each color energy had a motto, that cool blue would say, let's do it right. At all costs, they are seeking accuracy. So they're asking good, detailed questions because they want to get things right. Fiery red wants to get things started. Sunshine yellow wants to do things together. Earth green values harmony above all. So I am going to invite you now, regardless of your eating status, to stand next to the hat that reflects the card you have the most of, or if you have equal numbers of each card, the color which, after this brief introduction, is resonating the most strongly for you. So we'll have some people by the yellow hat, some by the green, some by the blue, and some by the red.
Well, I happen to know where it falls, so I did cheat a little bit of terrain.
So now that you're all gathered, okay, so we have Kim and Richard and Carl with the sunshine yellow, Mary and Valerie, thank you, earth green, cool blue.
Blue.
All right, we have Jonathan and Jim, and fiery red, we have Mike and David. Okay, interesting mix, and I found my bad day slide. So can I invite everybody to turn around? So, a little accusatory here.
Stuffy.
On a good day, we're at,
I don't, none of those words describe.
on a bad day, that's not you?
No, Jim, I think.
Oh, none of those describe Jim? Well, we'll talk about
Reserved.
first and second color choice energies. I think Jim is very much on the line between blue and red, but we'll talk about that when we do the profiles. All right, so these are the bad day pieces where Jim maybe has been trying to get things right and seeking details and asking questions. His questions are now seen as suspicious, cold, and reserved. These are the bad day things. Maybe you just don't see Jim on that many bad days. But, interesting measure, when you're trying to suss out colleagues, where they might come from in terms of their behavioral preferences, the bad day list is actually the quickest way to figure it out. When they're at their worst, how are they? And then you may know which color energy they lead with. Although we're going to be talking a lot about the positive aspects of all the color energies, if I'm trying to think of a colleague, think, oh yeah, he can be a little stuffy and reserved. Yeah, oh, I guess that is cool blue. Because we're thinking of Jim as so outgoing and welcoming that we're assuming sunshine yellow. And yet, in his heart of hearts, his key preference is for cool blue. So fiery red, that was hard charging, bringing everyone together, we can do it, I love a challenge, don't tell me it can't be done, it can be, is suddenly aggressive, controlling, driving, overbearing, and intolerant. Right? A little bit problematical. But again, we all have our bad days. Sunshine.